Neon shines rather tunelessly in the dark. What's this station? I never heard this before. Sounds like horses. Horses running. A race. Charlie and I used to go to races sometimes. Charlie, he was your boss kid, right? The one who, yeah, must be some memories there. Well, that feels familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just ride until it cuts out. What do you suppose happened here? They don't keep the roads up too well, do they? Never have. May as well walk. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Time to cut them loose, madam. You bore? Nah, it's a slow night anyway. I'm happy just tagging along. A load of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fire dust. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calified rat wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for the dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal by the love of a boy you once knew, when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interest at heart when really. Really, you're in love with the young woman as well, and so you're free to have him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. What are you talking about? No, you're right. It's insipid derivative. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hard. Bodies ripping stuff, you know. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Just me and my thesaurus steaming up the windows. Why did you stop writing? You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. Inject a little libido into those ugly beige bots. So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction. And then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester debugging. In my off hours, I fly around with the Doom love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just roll on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. A woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. Donald pops on a smoldering pie while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old Ring River runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that shinless sea. Oh, who are you? Sorry, did we startle you? I may say you did. I thought you might be one of them. Oh, no, you can't be. We've been patching all their spy holes. We keep the lights dim and the motors running sharply, and we round the smoke out through. That is, what were we talking about? We are a bit lost, actually. You came from the road, the zero. No, you should stay off that road, not safe. Besides topology, you'll never get anywhere. It just brings you right back here. Back to this cave. Always back to this spot. It's a friction, an irrational friction. But I don't mind, not anymore. This is where my life's work is. The computer, right on the other side of the spire. Looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat up mainframe assumed from a university basement and left in this case to rot or to flower. No, it's no ordinary computer. I modified it extensively and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me, and that's to say nothing of the software. But you look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mode role on this field-based transistor circuitry? The mode would burn up. Exactly, it burns, and on the switch mode that issues from it. But it also leaves a sticky residue to seep through the machine, forming new connections and creating new circuits. The computer is no longer the pure domain of language or mathematics, but a trophy. Trusted and Fable will hammer on this directly keyboard. My name is Regent, King of Kings. But we are mere tourists in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo up into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The case straight far away. We are too late, always too late. What? Did you say something? I'm just interested in the mole computer. The mole computer. ZANADU. You heard about it? Perhaps you read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. ZANADU has evolved significantly since I explained his data structures in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness, Evolved, and Deteriorated. Donald sighs dramatically and takes a puff from his pipe. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mole accumulated on the circuitry, ZANADU blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted. Then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? I tried deliveries for a small antique shop and we're closing down. Stumbling about the dusty gossips of antiquity. Well, I have my old gossips and I keep them in there. In ZANADU, it's running on that glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce. Anyway, far too late to do anything. Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were longer, could it... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I got it. How would you characterize this space? The one we're standing in now. It seems endless. You have no idea how right you are. Decades of mapping and notating, but how can you tell? What form or quality makes it seem endless, you know? That huge fire, the smoke just disappears. Mysterium tremendum. It sends the shadows scattering momentarily lies in the mouths of unseen tunnels. That fire is constantly reshaping mine. Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Not happening. Oh, how disappointing. Sorry to disappoint. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't be so attached to the future. It's always getting in the way of my work. Better to be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting with no attachment. Let me give you an example. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the case descriptions as real labor, instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer, and I put in the hours. Believe me, I put in the hours. I describe every phases of this case in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often, in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I transcribe rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write. I know I dream about escapes. I only dream of capes. A massive gate constructed out of scavenged materials blocks passage down the far side of the strap spine. The kingdom is in peril. Well, what else is new? Do you work here? Work. You could call it that. I gather odd circuit boards and throw them in the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future, a magic shield that protects the bearer from age, a magic chest that's always filled with. I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I talk to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I study fairy tales. And then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scrapped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into Sin Sen. The kingdom is in peril. Baffling control panels are shattered from the elements with a one tap. A closed sidewall of knots and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. This thing is in rough shape. Do these switches do anything? Conway flips and then label a switch. Okay, that's worse. It kinda looks like a house. Type house. Type in house. Did that say Lula? Type in Lula. then I can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degosser with me. Old system like this one can build up a dominant magnetic field that sort of grabs everything along whatever pattern it's settled into, you know? The degosser clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it, anyway. Like shaking a snow globe. What a shock. Okay. First premature end of 5. First any key to do. This is a lost cause, not a pile of junk. We say, and what was that about, Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. So you're seeing it for yourself. What's left of it? Is that the end? The chunky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can't see what it once was, can you? Can you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, it's such deeply simulated parallel cave ecosystem. Real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions, the bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard walking sounds, never close enough to make out the real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What did they look like? They look like... oh, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They are strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I listen to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We are looking for her now. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together. Did you know? Lula, Joseph and I. Lula is gone from here, but Donald points across the cave with his pie still in there, in ZANADU. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway, but ZANADU, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. But maybe those weird interlopers destroy my ZANADU. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've sent many eager seconds to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel, push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the tearing chain beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal, and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of more in my pie and a few dreams left.